Alright, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Collected Effort. It is week 2 of Modern Horizons testing. We're starting to see a lot of sweet decks on Twitter. It's a good time to find some Twitter people that you really like to follow. And on today's docket, we've got 3 pretty good matchups. We have Michael on Grixis versus me on 5-color Cascade.
And who is me?
Who is me?
Yeah, you said versus me. Who is this?
Oh, I am your lovely co-host, John.
Fantastic. All right, continue.
And our second match today is going to be Green-White Enchantress versus Blue-Black Shadow.
Yes.
And then last match is going to be White-Black Evoke-Blade versus Dredgevine.
Ooh, I like Evoke-Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Most of these lists have kind of just been circulating around somewhere. This Grixis list is definitely a brew, just taking cards that I love and trying to adapt new things to it. The blue-black deck is also definitely a brew, and I don't know if it's very good, but the Hollowvine list is all over the place right now. The Enchantress list, I haven't seen many people playing, but I've seen some people posting about. John's got a sweet 5-color list that he's seen some people playing.
Hi, Calvin.
Probably not watching.
Hi, Calvin, too.
But, yeah. So, definitely some fun and interesting things. We're going to get things kicked off here, and, yeah.
All right, roll some dice. All right, even or odd?
I'm going to go even.
All right, cool.
Yeah. 8.
Nice.
Crushing it.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, a little bit to you, though.
Just a little. Thanks.
Yeah, not too much.
Just a little luck.
Well, I don't want you to win, right? And, let's be honest. If anybody's deck here needs more luck, it's definitely mine. Yeah, that's unkeepable. Bummer.
We got the good old Snap Keep.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm not getting triple thought seized on one like last time when John snap kipped. It was like, haha, grief and ephemerate.
Got him.
Yeah, brutal stuff. This is going to be definitely interesting, though, because John's got, typically when you think of, a creature-based aggressive list, and then you look at, Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt deck, you're like, well, should probably be pretty well positioned. But John has not only very sticky threats in Hexproof from Monocolored, he also has threats that, as soon as they hit, generate pretty immediate value, and that's a problem for us. Alright, I'm going to keep.
Okay.
Put that one down.
Sorry, you had a little bug there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll put that one down.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. So, anyway, that is to say that John has a creature deck that is definitely suited to beat up on control decks. So, we'll see.
I think this choice matters, but we're going to play a Rage Verge Thicket, and then we're going to play an Ignoble Hierarch.
Yeah, I'm going to bolt that.
That's too bad.
John was debating which Hierarch to play, and he let the new one die over the old one. How rude.
It's not going to get us any previews for Modern Horizon 3 just yet.
Yeah, right? Definitely 100% should have let regular Hierarch die, because if you had done that, and then the Jund Hierarch got to stick around, we'd actually get to play with it for a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen Noble Hierarch die on the show too much already.
Alright, maybe that's fair. That's probably fair. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah. Sure.
Always bolt the bird, or as they say, bolt the Jund Noble Hierarch.
Alright. Michael's got a counterspell. Gotta at least try to pull it out. We're gonna try to play a Pillar of the Parents, and try to cast a Tidal Scholar.
I do have a counterspell.
Go ahead.
John sniffed it out. What a champ. Go.
Alright.
Play a Cascade Bluffs.
Play an Ancient Ziggurat. Try to cast a General Ferris.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna K-Command, deal 2 to that, and make you discard.
That's not fair.
Yeah, I had one of the only, I think, 2 answers in the whole deck.
Don't tell me that.
Scary part is
trying to figure out what the discard.
the scary part is when John ditches a Bloodbraid Elf or something here, and then we just cry because his whole hand is gonna kick our butt.
Here, go ahead.
Okay, it's just the Hierarch. That's fine. Interesting. I guess we'll play this land and say go.
Okay.
Blue to Delta.
Sure. Alright, another Ancient Ziggurat. I'm going to try to cast another Ignoble Hierarch.
Okay.
Great.
John, why does that one look tilted? What's up with this image?
It's because not very good with the cutter today.
Alright, fair. And then you said pass?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ooh. Well, isn't that interesting?
What?
I am going to play a Murktide Regent with 3 counters on it.
Alright, I'm going to respond.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a Manamorphose.
Alright.
We're going to name White Green. Draw card.
Ooh, I know what's happening here.
And then we're going to cast an Eladamri's Call.
Yeah!
Alright. Got a lot of choices to get. I feel like it's almost always going to be Blood Red Elf.
Yep, seems pretty good.
Yep. Alright. Your Murktide, whatever resolves.
Yep. Play a land, pass.
Wait. Okay.
These cards are gone. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just like, did I draw off the Manamorphose? Yeah, I did. Alright.
So what is the reasoning there for Manamorphosing into that as opposed to just naturally Eladamri's Calling?
I would like to draw a card.
Alright, good enough.
Sure.
John's a simple man. I appreciate it.
So we can just cast this Blood Red Elf and like just get the value train going. I think if there's a chance we can hit a General Rokiric with the cards in our hand, we kind of want to go for it. So we're going to cast a Blood Red Elf.
Yep.
Trigger Cascade.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, yeah.
Pretty good.
Alright. Does these resolve?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Attack's still bad. Go ahead.
Alright. Well, that's pretty awful for us. Not gonna lie.
You should attack. No, wait, you shouldn't attack. If you attack,
Yeah,
that means
might.
you have like a million cryptic commands.
Might not have a million cryptic commands, but I might be able to try to swing this race.
I have like 2. That's not good for me.
So what if I do that? If I do that... No, it's not enough, huh? Well, this is interesting because I feel like I might need to start attacking just because I'm not... Like, I can't... Excuse me. I can't hold back for forever. I don't have Wrath, so I can't just plan to, like, sit here in Wrath. I only really have, like, 1 K command and I think 2 Drowns as outs to this general, and I think that by the time I find any of those, there's going to be so many 4/4s, it's just not going to matter. So, yeah, I guess I'll punch in there for 6.
Alright, you got me.
Yep, and I'll pass.
Okay, drop.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I don't know how much that changes, but that was a good draw. Alright, we're gonna cast Manamorphose, trigger the general.
Yep.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're gonna make White Green.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card. Huh. Well, I guess we are all... We have a couple of options. I think we just want to save this as a backup, so we're gonna use the White-Green floating to cast Voice of Resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
Trigger.
I'm gonna respond.
Sure.
I'm gonna fetch. I'll just get a tap land, and I'm gonna push the Bloodbraid Elf.
Okay.
Just gonna do that now, so that way I'm not giving John another token, and then that'll resolve.
Okay. All right. And 2 more mana. Cast another Voice of Resurgence.
Yep.
And another for 4.
John's playing his favorite card.
Yeah. Well, there's still a chance we just lose to enough. Not Hierarch's Cryptic Commands, so there's a good chance that Michael's saving it if that's his last card. So I think we're in a position where we can go to attacks.
Yep.
I'll attack for 4.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna Thought Scour myself.
Yep.
Okay. Now I need to start doing some math. So, if I attack, John has 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 21, 2, so 4, 8, plus 3 is 11, so I am not currently dead. Although I might be to a Bloodbraid if that's his last card.
We ordered the sunflowers.
The problem that I have, however... Oh, you know what? Oh, that's interesting.
What?
I'll explain in 1 second. Now I need to redo some math because I just realized a second thing that's happening here. So
Okay.
block that. Okay, yeah. All right. So I found the line. So what we're gonna do here is super cool. We're gonna die to a Bloodbraid Elf off the top. There's just nothing we can do about that. But this line will put us to exactly 1 and does give us lethal next turn. So I'm gonna cast this Murktide Regent. 4, 5, 6, 7, putting 3 counters on here, but also putting 3 counters on this one from the second line of text.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna attack for 9.
All right. Cool line alert.
Yeah. I hadn't realized that the first Murktide brings the second Murktide. And now we have 1 blocker for a 4/4. We'll take 4, 8, 10, 12, and we can block this one. Or we could block one of these. Wait, hold on. Did I do that wrong? If I block this, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13. So I'm blocking this.
3. It's 4, 8, 10, 12, 15.
15. Actually, I cannot attack then, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Way less cool. But I do still have lethal for next turn, so that's good at least.
So, John lives again.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, bad news.
Alright, so we're dead anyway.
Am I going to hit a reflector mage? Oh, we're going to hit an Ella Damery's Call for a reflector mage. Nice.
Yeah, but you couldn't have cast it.
That is true.
Yeah, that was a super cool line though, because I hadn't realized that the one Murktide would buff the other one, which was going to be super cool.
Does that just mean you're going to play 4 now? Are you already playing 4?
I don't know. I'm on 3. I think the tough part is, even though it's a really good control finisher, it's kind of tough to like queue up 4 of those and have Snapcaster Mage in your deck.
That's true.
So I'm on 3 of each right now. We'll see. Maybe that finisher is just better than the redundancy Snap gives you, but probably not in a deck like this. Probably in something a little more streamlined. So
Yeah, okay.
who knows?
Are we doing best of 3 tonight, or are we going to go best of 5?
What time do we got? We got time for best of 5 for everything?
Yeah, sure.
I'm good for whatever. So
Yeah. Let's see how this first specify goes, and then we'll decide for the rest.
as you can see, we are ultra super organized here. So got it all down as a system, all super ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Bam. Bam. Yeah, if you had had 1 less card to cast, 1 less multicolored thing, I think we could have been okay there. It was definitely a sweet game.
Yeah.
6, 7.
I think we can keep this against the kill everything deck.
I will keep this one. It's not our best looking hand, but we got some stuff to do early, so we'll see.
Here you go.
Yeah, I knew Snapcasters triggered the second part of Murktide, but it's kind of cool that they make each other bigger.
Good old 6 spells, 1 reflecting pool.
Ooh, that ain't gonna do it, huh? How many reflecting pools are you on?
I'm only playing 2. Yeah, this mana base isn't painful, but it sure does hurt still. Alright, done for.
That's a good way to put it. Alright.
Alright, here we go.
I would say chant 4 is in the chat, but A, we don't have a chat, and B, I kind of want to play Magic, so...
Fair. Alright, this hand looks reasonable. It's gotta pick a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, I'm ready.
I will play a Creeping Tar Pit and pass.
Alright. Let's take 1 from Mana Confluence, play No Wire.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'll play a Polluted Delta and pass.
Okay. Sure. Alright. We'll take another pain.
Yep.
And we'll try to cast a Tidal Scholar.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Sure.
I'm gonna go find a land while you're doing this.
That sounds good. Well, I guess we'll take the Drown and hope the Thought Scour doesn't turn up a kill spell. And I'll attack for 1.
Yep, got me. Be down to 18 after this fetch, too.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna Thought Scour you.
Thought Scour. Okay.
And drop. Even though we lost the Drown there, I still want to Thought Scour John, because A, if we find another one, but B, if we find any removal spell and unlock this, I want the Drown to be live, so... just doing that just in case. Go.
Okay. That'll be a tool for later. Alright. We will go to 17.
Yep.
And we're going to try to cast a Voice of Resurgence.
I'm going to respond.
Yep.
I'm going to Fatal Push this.
Yep.
And I'm going to drown the voice.
Yep. Alright, now while Michael's tapped out, we're going to cast an Eladamri's Call.
Yep. Find a general, I'm sure. Or Bloodbraid, probably.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bloodbraid, and we're going to have to start trying to chew through all these cryptic commands.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go.
Alright.
Gonna start the chew.
Alright, take a pain.
Cascade.
Alright, Tur Cascade. Hey, Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Go. Does this resolve?
No. I'm gonna counter the Bloodblade and draw a card.
Yep. Alright, go ahead.
Trying to save this drown if I can. Would be nice, that's for sure. I will Thought Scour myself this time.
Check.
Once John has like anything more than like 2 or 3 cards in his yard, I think we're at a spot where it's just better served to target ourselves when we have these snaps. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure. That was an interesting draw, but I don't think we can do it yet. So let's see. Green, blue, whatever. Try to save it.
Cascade?
Alright. Cascade. Why is there Surgeons?
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter the voice and draw a card.
Yep. Alright. Now you have a 2-2.
Sure do.
Go ahead.
John did masterfully find a way to resolve a spell through our lock. Just turns out he had to cast 2 at a time. Alright, well, now we can cast a Murktide.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want to get rid of? These Thought Scours are pretty free, so 1, 2, 3, 4... And then it comes down to what's more realistic. Are we going to be Snap Crypticing / do we feel the need to? I don't think so. I think it's actually going to be this, and I'll leave the cheaper spells in.
Mm-hmm.
Make this thing real big, and I'm going to pick up my Snap.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
Alright. Kind of need a land, but not sure we're going to be able to break this up, but I'll take it right anyway. Well, alright, we'll try. 3, 4, take pain.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cast a Bloodbraid Elf.
Cascade.
Alright. Eladamri's Call.
Yeah.
Alright. Huh. I think based on our hand, we actually need to get another Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't say I was predicting that.
Yeah. Alright. Does Bloodbraid resolve?
No, I'm gonna Snap Counterspell that.
Sure.
Put a counter on the Regent.
Alright. We'll take a pain and we'll play Noble Hierarch.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, man, that's a sweet card, but we can't play right now. I'll attack for 9.
Alright. Down to 4.
Pass to you.
There might be a world where he died to our lands, but that's okay.
Might be.
Alright. We're gonna tap 3, red, white, whatever. General Ferris.
I will Snap, drown that in the lock.
Sure.
Get another counter here.
Yep. We're gonna take 2 pain.
I'm gonna bolt you.
Okay. Yep.
What are you casting?
I was gonna cast a Reflector Rage.
Alright, well. Cool.
Alright, well. Even though we ended up dying to the red part of Michael's deck, I think that was a pretty sweet on a Mold 5.
Yeah, I mean, you just cast a bunch of Cascaders, right? And,
Yeah.
like, dealt with, like, my 2-for-1s dealt with your 2-for-1s, but, like, it's pretty advantaged when yours are actually getting on the board and mine are just sitting in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty
All right.
sweet stuff. I think that also showcased why I like Murktide Regent too, which is like it was just a cheap thing that came down, let me hold up a counter spell, and just like close the game out really quickly.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. All right,
Cool.
so we are 1-1 going into board games,
Yeah.
and we'll see you back for those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we are, back for some board games.
Yeah.
I think my plan's going to be pretty simple here. Just taking out a couple of Reflector Mages, not a lot of targets besides Murktide, and a couple of Mana Dorks, because probably just going to end up going a little longer than we want to anyway, so the acceleration doesn't matter quite as much. And in their place, some Sin Collectors, try and make Michael Snapcasters a little less good, and one Gadoktig. Usually, like, at least decent against these, like, blue control decks. It's going to hit Damnation. Yeah, that's true. So, we'll see if they end up being good.
Yeah, all seems reasonable. Yeah, mine's pretty simple on my side as well, too. I'm trimming 2 Force Negation, 2 Archmage's Charm, and 1 Counterspell. I could have cut the 3rd Archmage's Charm, but there might be some scenarios where having in Archmage's Charm is good for the purpose of, like, taking a dork, countering a spell, or just, like, having the versatility, essentially. But I did want to count out another spell that's basically just a counter spell, just because I don't want to be super soft if John lands, like, an early Voice of Resurgence, and I'm just super, super, you know, defensive on my side. So, bringing in pretty obviously good cards, Damnation to clean up all the creatures, Engineer Explosives, as well as just being good against the creatures, is also really good against, like, if I get super far behind the Rhinos and can just drop it on 0. It's not going to save my problem, but it might give me a turn or two if I, like, have to.
Yeah.
And then Dreadboar, sorry. I had this originally because I really wanted to fight against, like, the Jund-style decks, playing a bunch of Planeswalkers, but it's actually sweet that it's multicolored and gets to answer the general as kind of like an extra aside. So, yeah, pretty sweet. I don't know if that's necessarily the kind of card. Like, I hemmed and hawed back and forth between that and Eliminate, and my thought process was, I like the fact that this one is non-discriminatory and can still tag, like, Teferis and Jace. Probably shouldn't have phrased it that way when talking about Teferi, huh? But, yeah, it doesn't have any issue as far as mana restrictions, and I think that does matter, because this deck is kind of soft to opposing Planeswalkers, and if you're ever playing a control mirror, like, really just don't want to have to double bolt down, like, a plus Jace or something silly, so, yeah. Alright. You'll be on the play?
Yep.
Sweet.
Alright, good luck.
You too. Let's see how this one goes. 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay. I guess that's what we go with.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same spot.
Okay.
Not fantastic, but fine.
Alright, we'll play a thicket. We'll play a Noble Hierarch.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Go.
Alright, drop. Alright, we'll go to 19.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cast a General Ferris for Hierarch. Go
Yep.
ahead.
That happens. I'm going to go to 19 as well, too.
Yep.
It's definitely a problem.
Alright, big bucks, no Dreadboar. Big bucks, no Dreadboar.
Don't have one in hand.
They got a red hand. You got a red land. That's not a good sign.
Well, I want to cast my spells.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Also, my cousin,
Okay.
her
Go.
Alright.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's a problem.
Alright, Shardless Agent, trigger Cascade.
It's a problem. Yeah, trigger. You got a 4/4.
Yep.
Sorry. Only one right now. Cascade.
Right. Yeah. Alright, Voice Resurgence, trigger.
I have to counterspell that one.
Okay. I guess we'll settle for 10 power.
Yep.
I'll take one of those specials.
Sure.
Alright. That gets countered. These go to the bottom. They'll attack you for 4.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Play this on 0.
Check.
It's not great, but it's kind of where we have to be at this point, unfortunately.
Drop. Alright. I think we got Michael in a bit of a bad spot.
You
but
bet.
I think he can catch up if there's a follow-up Damnation. So I think we're going to take this chance, go to 18, and cast a Galaxy trigger.
Yep.
Alright, go to combat.
Yeah.
Alright, we will attack with these.
Boink.
Alright,
Take 5.
there go all the golems. While Michael is tapped out, though, we
Ooh, you got
will,
more, huh?
try not to make a mess.
Is this a voice?
No.
Okay.
We're going to cast an Elder Skull.
Okay.
Get a 4/4.
Yep.
And I think we're just going to get a Shardless Agent.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Alright, I am dead.
Okay.
My whole hand is CMC 4 or higher.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As they say among some people, exactly how we drew it up in the locker room.
That is, yeah. That is. Against this, that's got to be pretty close to the nuts, right? Turn 2 General into turn 3 Cascade into Voice.
Yeah.
Into untap play, what's his nuts? Old Man. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of him as Old Man.
Yeah. The only way that's better is if there are like a bunch of Manamorphoses in there somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like Cascade into it, like Manamorphose, then Manamorphose from the hand, and then Gaddock Teague.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, alright, well, we're going to try not to get run over quite as harshly, and we'll see how this one goes. Bam. Nope. That was all 3 Murktide Regents and a Cryptic Command.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can adjust this, huh? Is that even on?
Nope.
Okay, well.
If
put
you
it on.
want to see it home, and you can read that super small, kind of bright font, you can see our match record right now.
Yeah, we can pick it back up. That's fine. I don't
Alright.
think that's really all that visible, unfortunately.
Alright, there you go.
But it is 1 to 2. I was just trying to see if there was any way to make that a little more visible or easy to tell what's going on here.
Alright.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll keep this.
Okay.
I think we're just going to put this back with the way this hand looks.
Okay.
And go like that.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 2 and pass.
Okay. Well, it's probably a bolt, but if we're lucky,
Might be an opt.
maybe it's just an opt.
It's a bolt.
Yeah, I guess we weren't that lucky. Good.
Might have been both. You don't know yet.
Yeah. Sure. Uh-oh, this one might end up being a laugher. We're going to try to cast a Voice Resurgence.
I'm going to fetch shock and counterspell.
Yep. Go ahead.
Is it going to be a laugher? What's going on?
You'll see.
I want to be in on the joke. Are we just going to cast all Voice of Resurgences for the rest of the game? Because that'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool, but I don't think it's going to be the haha kind of joke.
Oh. Man.
Good.
Go ahead.
Alright. Sure.
Yep.
Alright. Metamorphose.
Oh, I see what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that resolves.
Alright. We're going to do green, blue, and hope to get really lucky. Ah!
John did.
Yeah. Alright. Shardless Agent. Trigger Cascade.
Yep.
Alright. We got a Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Alright. Can I have a 2/2 along with my Noble Hierarch?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Good.
I'm going to bolt the Noble end of turn.
Smart.
Go.
Alright. Michael's got 2 cards. Kind of feels like a Cryptic Command.
I wouldn't do that to you, John.
Kind of wish we had the budget for face cams so you could see the look I gave Michael just now. Yeah, same as before. We're just going to try to chew through these Cryptic Commands with our own 2-for-1s.
Cascade.
Alright. $10 Scully.
I'm going to counterspell the Sculler.
Okay. Can I have a 2/2?
Yeah, that resolves.
Alright, I'll attack for 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go.
Alright. Draw. Go to combat.
Okay.
Now attack for 4.
Sure.
Alright. Michael didn't take the bait. We're going to have to take different bait. I guess we'll try a general first.
I'm going to draw that.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Little scary that that's John's bait. Go ahead. When it is quite literally the best card in the entire deck. So I feel like that must mean he's just sitting on a bunch of Bloodbraid Elves and Shardless Agents and is just trying to like get to a point where he can Cascade for the rest of the game.
Alright, we're going to try to cast this in Collector.
I'll counter that and draw a card.
Okay. Yeah, I'll attack for 4.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm not Thought Scour myself.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. That was a fun noise. Hopefully you were able to hear that. Go.
There's a much more exciting video going on upstairs. Drop.
Yep.
Alright, so our situation here is we can attack. Michael's been pretty cagey about his last couple of cards. If one of his cards is Snapcaster, kind of makes our next couple of plays rough. So I think we're going to try and take another peek, and we're going to try to cast a Tidehall Scholar.
I'm going to respond. I'm going to fetch.
Yep.
I'm going to get blue-black land tapped.
Okay.
Then I'm going to Fatal Push one of these Shadow Vs Agents.
Seems really good.
And then you're going to take a look at the last land in my hand.
Yeah.
Dead. And I've got a Sunken Hollow.
Alright, in for 2.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Dead. Yep. This is just kind of one of those classic, like, all I drew were counterspells.
Mm-hmm.
And counterspells are good when somebody is single spelling, but all of John's singular spells also cast additional spells.
Yep.
So, yeah. Alright, well, John takes that one in a matchup that I think is very interesting. Felt a little lopsided in the one game where I just didn't have a turn 1 removal spell, and things went off the rails pretty quick. Or if you're on John's side, things hopped on pretty fast.
Everything went exactly according to
plan. Yeah. Or that. But outside of that, I mean, I think this is kind of like what I was saying before, right? Where you would think naturally the X amount of removal spells versus the creature deck, like the removal spell deck is typically going to be slightly edged, but this is what we were saying before, where when the creatures cast more creatures, it's definitely a lot harder to keep up. And I think that showed some solid advantage of a card like Shardless Agent or like Bloodbraid Elf, and how solid they can be in these creature decks against control decks specifically. So, really good showing for those cards, that's for sure.
Yeah, and man, that Murktide Regent's scary. I did not realize Murktide Regents helped other Murktide Regents.
Yeah, because it, like, a 2-mana 8/8's, like, really good, right?
Yeah.
But, like, a 2-mana 8/8, where the next 2-mana 8/8 makes it, like, a 12/12 or something, like, that's real good.
Yeah, I didn't think control decks got to play Lords like that.
Yeah, we just have to work a little harder and do things a little differently. But, yeah, I mean, maybe I should just be on the 4 Murktides and maybe only be on, like, 2 snaps. That's one way that you could definitely go, and it might even just be correct with how powerful of an endgame finisher a card like that is. But it's just important to note that there is a dyssynergy between Snapcaster and Murktide. Even though Snapcasters can make your Murktides bigger, it's going to be a lot more common that you're going to want to snap back a spell early, and then in the late game you might not have as many spells, or you're going to want to play your Murktide early, you know, to stabilize the board and then be kind of out of it there. So
you're like 2 matches in so far with Murktide Regent.
Yeah.
What do you think is the sweet spot in terms of power? Like, or I guess toughness would be the more relevant thing.
I think anytime you get it a 5/5 or bigger, it's worth casting.
Okay.
Like, it depends on the matchup. There are sometimes if people are playing Dismember where you just want it to be a 6/6, but you don't need it to be an 8/8. That's part of what's so good about it.
Right.
And I guess maybe there are some times where you can play it with Snapcaster Mage in kind of a sneaky way where, like, maybe you only delve 3 spells to it and you leave 2 that you want to snap back. But I think if you're in that spot, you're kind of winning.
Can I read the text on Murktide Regent?
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely a powerful card. For those who are unaware, when this card was spoiled, I basically had a conniption in our Discord where I lost my mind, had 2 brews within, 20 minutes, was it? Something like that? It was really quick. I was on plane at work and had the time and just went nuts. So I'm big on this card. I think it's going to be huge in Modern, dodging most of the removal. And I want to play it in this shell, but it's probably better in most other shells it's seen playing. It's a good way to surmise it, I think.
I'm just waiting for the game we get on camera where you have like a 5/5 Murktide Regent. I'm like, alright, I gotta cut off the Snapcasters. I'm gonna play like a Recipes. And I'm gonna play a Recipes and it's gonna turn into like a 15/15.
Yeah?
Yeah. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for this match, and we will see you in match number 2.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to match number 2. It's gonna be blue-black Shadow?
Yeah, Shadow in multiple meanings, and I'll get to that in a moment.
Versus a modified version of the white-green deck from last week. Do you want to tell everybody what's going on over there, or
more Murktide Regents? Yeah, I mean that's a small part of what's happening, but yes, it is what's happening. Shadow. The reason I said in multiple sentences is Death Shadow, which is the most widely known, but then also the new Dothy. Is that how you pronounce that? The Voidwalker. We'll just call it the Voidwalker. That has Shadow, which Shadow deck. And it's just based around a variety of different discard synergies, like most Death Shadow decks are, with a whole bunch of Thought Seizes. It does get to play Grief and Malakir Rebirth, so it has some outs to be able to just turn one double Grief people, which is, as we established before, always pretty powerful.
Yep.
And then a follow-up of just a variety of different 2 and 3 drops, a bunch of removal. It does have Murktide as kind of its like big go-over-the-top card. And then it also gets to play the new Turok, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, a lot of cards that you're going to recognize and know of, but just put into a shell that I think is kind of wonky, and we'll see how it plays out.
Really love that old N64 game.
Which one?
Turok?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I said a lot of words there, John. You're going to have to specify. All right. I called last time, so what do you want?
All right, I'll take Odd.
Cool. Yeah.
All right,
Man, on a roll today.
All right.
Not winning games, but, the die roll.
Now it's my turn to get turn 0 Grief. Good luck.
All right. Yeah, I will be on the play. Do I want to keep this? That's the real question. I think I do.
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
hand's... I think my hand's a little on the slower side, but I kind of have to look at this through the veil of, like, what it... I might be mulliganing to a 5. I'm like, what's that going to look like?
Sure.
So, I think we're going to keep this 7.
I'm going to pay 2 life, and I'm going to pass.
Well, that could have gotten worse.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to play a tap Temple Garden, and it's back to you.
Alright, I'm going to play a Turok, not kicked.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Grief, pitching, Grief.
Alright. There you go.
Alright, so we've got Ghostly Prison, which is almost unbeatable. We have a Enchantress's Presence, which is a very good card. We have a Destiny Spinner. Suppression Field, like, could make our fetches more expensive, but, like, all things considered, is not the end of the world. We can play around that. On Thin Ice could be a little awkward as well, too, I suppose. No, those are some real good cards. I think we're just going to have to take the On Thin Ice. The card draw is really good for John, but it's not coming down quite yet. And the Ghostly Prison is something we can maybe get through if we can find a way to build a big Shadow. And then this gets a counter because you discarded a card.
Sure did.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, we're going to play with our hand on the table, and hopefully we'll be able to play with them on a different part of the table. Okay?
Fairly soon.
Alright, so we're set up right now not to give Michael targets for any removal spells that might be sitting in his hand. So I think we're just going to try to cast a Suppression Field. Go ahead.
Seems good. I'll pay 2 and attack for 3.
Alright, you got me.
Go.
Alright, take a draw. 3 cards.
Yep.
Alright. Kind of have to wonder if Michael's just taking damage or wants to hard cast a Force of Negation. So... Well, I don't know if Michael has anything that can kill this yet, so we're going to take a pain. We're going to go to 16. We're going to play a Citizen Champion.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to pay 4 life and dismember that.
That sounds about right. Go ahead.
Alright. I'm going to play a fetch land. I'll play for Suppression Field.
Check.
Take 3. Yeah, bam. I'm going to cast a Shadow, a Death Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attack for 3.
Alright. 13.
Go ahead.
Alright. Take a draw. Alright. Not the card we wanted to draw, but I think the card we need to play right now. We're going to take a pain, and we are going to play a Solitary Confinement.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This Turok's going to get huge. Alright, I'll play land and pass.
Okay. Alright, we don't get to play... We don't get a draw step, so...
Discard a card.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out what we want to discard. I think we have to discard Destiny Spinner.
Trigger.
Yep. Alright. We'll take another pain. We're going to cast an Enchantress's Presence.
Sure.
Try to get out of locking ourselves.
I'm going to pay 2 for the suppression field.
Yep.
Come on. Where are you? There we go. All the Watery Graves. Alright. Draw. I will Thoughtseize you.
I have Shroud.
You have Shroud. Okay. I can't do that then. Go ahead.
Great. Alright.
No draw.
Gotta figure out what to discard now.
Yep. That's a bummer. That means John's other card is also good.
Alright. Well, it's not good. It just might have been, like, being able to sequence this a little better. Get rid of that.
Yeah. Ghostly Prison.
Put a 10. Play Ghostly Prison.
Draw a card.
Draw a card. Good.
Is this worth it at this point? I guess it is, huh? I'll Thoughtseize myself.
Okay.
Discard this Dismember.
Okay.
And I'll play a big Murktide.
Let's get big over here.
It's got 4 extra counters on it.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Alright.
John now has to discard his last card.
Michael's empty-handed?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to sacrifice Solitary Confinement.
Oh, okay.
Draw a card.
So we found another one, huh?
Sure did. Alright. Well, I guess we have to cast it.
Yep.
Go to 9, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's best possible, but I think it's best given our position. Play a 1-step piece.
You cannot.
Right. Well, I could cast it.
Yeah, you can do that.
I could
You
put it on the
cannot.
battlefield.
Yep.
But I guess it's just gonna set my hand up. Good.
Yep.
You're
From
on
Utopia
the-
Sprawl, huh? Go ahead.
You're on the draw our lands plan. Alright. Well, there goes 1-step piece.
Yep.
Alright.
Nope.
Oh, right. Alright. Alright. We're gonna play Utopia Sprawl on this Temple Garden.
Yep.
Name white, I guess.
Sure.
Draw a card. Alright. We might be in some trouble. Good.
Okay. Go.
Alright, well, I can't
Cost
even
2
do
more.
this. Yeah.
Yep.
Suppression. Guess what's getting boarded out?
Yep.
Alright, well, discard that.
Yeah. Nope.
Alright, we'll float 2 mana.
Yep.
Use it. Draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're dead.
Yeah. And this showcase, I ran into that a lot in my league that I played on my my channel, which is, and I put this in my notes, and I said always have 2 card drawers before playing a confinement.
Right.
It's just so easy to like, oops, I drew 2 lands instead of a land and a spell, and like, just naturally pitch it away. But that being said, that was very scary. There was quite a few turns where I was like, shoot, if those last 2 cards are both enchantments, I'm probably dead. And if any of them that you had found had been another card draw enchantment,
Probably trouble.
yeah. So, close.
Yeah.
Not the most exciting in terms of like play and counterplay, but definitely close game.
Yeah. Alright, guess we'll try again.
Yeah, I think that was fast enough. I think.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like, I'm gonna scoop once you have like a pretty ridiculous lock. So like these games are probably gonna go pretty quick.
Yeah, okay. Well, no lands on that one.
Oh, no. Well,
what went wrong, Michael?
we had the double grief combo and 2 Thoughtseizes in hand, but did not have a land.
Oh.
So almost got to take every card that John enjoyed out of his hand.
There you go.
Close.
Do you think, like... Sorry, I was about to ask a silly question.
That's fine.
That sounds fine.
Yeah.
Just put that one away. Alright, we're gonna start off with tap Temp Garden. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take 3 and cast a Serum Visions.
Yep.
one of the solid things about having blue as the second color, I think the biggest thing is getting Murktide Regent, but the next thing is getting cantrips and Drawn in a Lock, which are both pretty good. So, draw, scry 2, bottom. Go ahead.
Alright. Draw. Play Snow-Covered Plains. Play a Sightless Harvest Hand.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's a little awkward, that's for sure.
Isn't that the thing with decks like this, where like you never feel like you're gonna like smoke them, but it is like this isn't quite what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna play this as the land side.
Okay.
First time I've ever done that. And I'm gonna pay 4 life and dismember this.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Alright, take a draw. Record one. Oh, no, actually, yeah. See if we can resolve this Ghostly Prism. Alright, go ahead.
Good lord. It's been an interesting string of draws, that is for sure. I will pass.
Okay. Alright, play Horizon Canopy. Tap 2 for a Destiny Spire.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait. Actually, I lied. This one means that I can't counter any other ones. So I do have to counter this one.
Sure.
I just read it as a 2/3 for a second, which it is, but it does do more than that.
Right.
So yes, I will counter that.
Okay.
Apologies.
No problem.
Alright. Well, not too much else to do here, so I guess I'll fetch Shock again. I do love just being able to play like a 2-color mana base with all 4 of the Shock lands in it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's kind of cool. I will cast a Death Shadow and a Void Walker.
Alright.
And I'll pass to you.
Oh,
sure.
I'm going to respond to the Void Walker.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Crack Rising can be record.
Probably doesn't matter, but it's probably best practice regardless.
Yeah.
Yep. And then go ahead.
Alright. Draw. We kind of got to decide what's going to get scarier. We definitely don't want Michael to have the ability to turn into an Enchantress deck against us, because we're not set up to beat that.
Wow, what a surprise.
I don't know how scary a 3/2 is versus, what is that, 3/3? It's going to get bigger?
But this one's a 3/2 unblockable.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I think your general thought is probably correct.
Alright, well, first thing, we'll use Temple Garden to enchant the Snow-Covered Forest, so it can also make white mana.
Yep.
I'm going to play another Horizon Canopy, and then we're going to enchant this Plains with Ontanice.
Sure.
And
I think this is probably the right call. This gets big so quick. Like,
that's true.
This fights through Ghostly Prisons so much better than this does.
Right.
So.
Alright. And it's your turn. And let me just take a read of this.
I also have another fetch land, so
Okay.
a little partial, but yeah, I'm gonna attack you for 3 with that thing.
Yep. All right. I will take 3.
Paid 2 for it. I will then. I guess I don't have to do this yet. Play a Death Shadow.
Uh oh.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we're gonna fetch. This is gonna get exiled, and draw with 1 mana floating. Did not draw a winner, so I'm gonna keep trying. Draw. Alright. Play an Arctic Tree Line. And go ahead.
Let's take any cards that go to your exile. Do you mind putting over here? Because this does specify that they're exiled with a void counter on them, which is really strange. But, you know, in case, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, untap. In my upkeep, I'm gonna fetch. Not a whole lot of reason for that. John probably doesn't have anything that makes that matter, but...
Do you play... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I know I want to fetch before I draw, so I don't know.
Do you play any Drawn Lock in that deck?
I do.
Oh.
I played 2, and then 2 Counterspell.
Okay.
I was on all 4 Drawn in a Lock until our good friend Daniel pointed out the dyssynergy between the 2 cards. And I figure that it's probably good enough you can play some of, but you definitely cannot play more than 1 or 2. Alright, I'm going to see your missions.
Yep.
Draw a card. Scry 2. Ooh. Keep that one on top, that one on bottom. And, I think I'm gonna pay for this one, and I'll attack for 6.
Okay.
Go ahead.
7, or down to 11. Drop. Alright, we'll play Forest and pass it.
Okay.
It's not looking good for us.
Draw. Now this is a little interesting. The question is how we want to go about doing this. We can present lethal for next turn in a couple of different ways. But the real question is, what can we keep up while presenting lethal in those different ways? And I think the best way to do it... You have 2 cards in hand, right?
Yep.
If we want to play around... Does that really play around on thin ice? I guess it does if we find a way to damage ourselves. Huh, that's funny. Okay, yeah. Alright, this plays around if John top decks an on thin ice the best. So I think we want to go this way, which is to play a big Murktide. And then pass the turn.
Okay.
It's going to enter with 4 counters on it.
Alright, well... Dollars to Donuts, Michael's got a counter spell, but we're still going to cast our spells. Alright, we're going to cast Enchantress for once.
That one can resolve. Because it doesn't impact anything for next turn.
We're going to float green-white and use the green to cast a Utopia Sprawl on this land, trigger the presence.
Sure.
Okay.
So you have a white floating?
Yep. And now I can't cast anything.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah, I was holding a Drown in the Lock.
Right.
Right after we talked about it, actually. It was the next card that I drew.
Nice.
And I think my general thought process was, by the time that card comes down, because it's not super common that you just want to take turn 2 to tap out for that card. So by the time it comes down, there should be some number of cards in the graveyard. And really in Modern, like, if Drown in the Lock has 3 cards, it does most things.
Right.
So I was like, well, you can probably play some number, just not too many. So, alright, moving on to boards.
Yep, and we'll see you in the boarding games.
Alright, so here we are with boarding. Mine looks a little funky, but I'll give a rough explanation as to what's going on here, which is I'm trimming on the Grief Malakir Rebirth plan. And the reason for that is, first of all, Malakir Rebirth in this matchup is literally only good with Grief. It does nothing else in the whole deck because all the things that John's going to do to remove are going to involve exiling. So this card's pretty bad. The only reason I didn't cut all 4 is because it is considered in our land count, and I don't want to go all 4 down and then find myself looking for a land. So I trimmed 3, and once I trimmed 3, I kind of wanted to get some number of Grief out, because similar, Grief is only really good with Malakir Rebirth in this deck, because casting it on turn 4, we're probably a little late.
Right.
So that's why these got trimmed but not cut all the way. And then Fatal Push I trimmed as well too. There's still 2 left in the deck, and there's still 3 Dismembers. I actually like the Dismembers more, first of all, because it's more likely that they'll get to tag something early, and second of all, I think the way we win is through a fast Death Shadow. And so if John needs to get down a creature, like one of the draw enchantments, I think Dismember is going to be better. Aether Gust can help tag things on the battlefield, as well as Counter Squall can tag things that we care about on the stack. So we're just hoping not to get ley-lined into Veil of Summered, but if that happens... we're probably going to lose. So, yeah.
Alright, so on our side, we're getting rid of Suppression Field. Maybe we weren't going to win that game where we Suppression Field ourselves more than we Suppression Field Michael, but we're just going to try to prevent shenanigans from happening, and then we're taking out some number of our creatures, partly to try and minimize how good Michael's removal is, but also we're trying to become more of like an actual control deck in this instance, because Michael's definitely the aggressor here, and these are probably just going to die.
Yeah.
And then in their place, still got to worry about early discard. Ghostly Prison, Path to Exile are going to buy us some time, and then Veil of Summer's hopefully going to give us a little bit of counterplay against Michael's Aether Gust.
I mean, it's literal protection from my deck.
Right.
Like, protection from blue and black, which is all of the mana that I can produce. So
you still get to Aether Gust through this, though, right? Like
on the stack,
on the
yes.
Stack,
yeah. On the stack, I do. Here you can see some behind-the-scenes wonderful card printing action we've got going on. But, yeah, I mean, I get to if it's on the stack, but, like, if you land a piece early, like, let's say one of the Enchantresses, right? And then, like, we get to a point where I have to try to remove it from the battlefield. Like,
that's much harder.
Yeah, Veil's going to mess me up. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward game plans from both of us. It's just kind of a matter of, like, who draws what, and if it's possible for either of us to play around the other person's things. Like, there are going to be times where I can potentially play around a Veil of Summer, either by sequencing my discard spells like one early and then saving one for a later turn instead of just trying to do both in the same turn. That's one thing you can do. Or waiting until I have a counterspell of my own as backup.
Right.
That being said, I don't have a whole lot of counterplay around Leyline. Like, if Leyline hits the battlefield, it's not game over. I can definitely still win through it. Like an early Murktide or a fast Death Shadow can, like, definitely kill you, especially if I have counterspell backup.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot harder for me to kind of enable my plan A.
Right.
And that's pretty big.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's not going to win the game. I think we're just trying to, like, give ourselves extra turns.
Oh, yeah.
And if we don't have to lose some of our cards to early Thoughtseize or Grease, I think we definitely accomplish that.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's huge. Not getting, griefed on turn 1 into Thoughtseize on turn 1. Like, it's pretty big.
Alright, I'll take the play. Good luck.
Seems good. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is interesting.
Alright, I'm gonna keep mine.
Yeah, I'll give this one a shot.
Okay.
Pre-game effects?
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, untap the Leyline, I'll go to 18, play Utopia Sprawl Daming White.
Tap Leyline.
Go ahead.
I will take 2. Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, take a draw. Go to 17, we'll try to cast Enchantress Presence.
Oof. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so we're probably dead.
Let's put this over here.
Yeah. So you have 2 cards in hand? 3
Yep.
in hand still? Ooh, boy. Okay. I'm going to take 2, and I'm just going to gust this right now.
Alright, I will put it on top.
Sure. Good. It's not good for us, but I think it's kind of where we have to be.
I'll go to 16.
Yep.
I'll cast this. Or
Yep.
play this. Go ahead.
Go.
Okay. Alright, we'll go to 15.
Yep.
Cast another presence trigger.
Counter scroll that.
Okay.
Lose 2.
Well, yeah.
I'll do that with the draw trigger on the stack, so you can't draw a veil.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
Goodness. Alright. I guess this is the game plan we're on now. I'll take 3.
Uh-huh.
Go to 13. This is not good. Yeah, John had a pretty great start here. I will play a land. I'm going to play a Grief.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Might end up regretting this, but I think we're in a position where Michael is... Let me see.
Target opponent.
Okay.
Yep.
Or if Michael's hard casting that, then we might be able to just get established while he's tapped out. So we'll pat that.
Yep. That's pretty good. Guess I can just grab, well, I don't know, whatever one I find. You're good. You can continue. Yeah.
Draw. Alright, we're going to play a Scythus.
Yeah.
Draw a card off the Enchantress Presence.
Yep.
We're going to play a Forest, take 1. Play a Sterling Grove, draw off of both of these. Gain a life.
Yeah, we are locks now.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead.
Yep. I had the removal spell,
Uh-huh.
but obviously John being wise and not playing anything until he had the Shroud as well too was pretty big. We did, funnily enough, have the double grief on turn 1. We had the last Malachar Rebirth in hand. So yeah, that was pretty brutal.
If you have the spare income, invest in Leyline.
Yeah, when it's good, it's very, very good. And it always feels so bad when your opponent keeps 7 and still ley lines you, because so many times with the ley lines, people have to mulligan into them. And the new mulligan system does make that a little easier, right? Like when you get to 6 and 5, people are more common to have it. But, when they mulligan and get to it, you're like, okay, my Thoughtseize kind of took a card in a weird way.
Yeah.
But when they're just like, no, snap 7, you're like, oh, crap, please. All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
5, 6, 7.
hand is off. We'll keep it.
I'm going to keep this one.
Okay, please don't kill me with any creatures.
Cool. I'm going to pay 2 life, and I'm going to Seer Visions. And the reason I kept this is because we did not have any discard in our hand, and I wanted to make sure that we would not put ourselves in a spot where we mulligan to a hand and then get Leyline out of the game. So, good for us. Yeah, I think we bought up both of those. Go ahead.
Drop. Alright. I guess we'll play a 1 slow cheese and pass the turn.
Go ahead.
We'll go to 19.
Yep.
We'll get our 1 snow duel. As good a time as ever.
You bet.
You played a little bit of Enchantress. You think this deck's got legs?
I think if you're playing against a bunch of creatures, I think it's very good because I think the good litmus test is if Ghostly Prison has text and it's good text, the deck is solid. I think that is very good because Solitary Confinement is just like a super bang upgraded Ghostly Prison in a weird way. So, yeah, that's kind of my thought.
Alright, well, this is our 1 legal place, so we're going to play a Cyclus.
I'm going to Fetch Shock and Gust that on the stack.
Alright, we're going to put that on top.
Okay.
And back to you.
Little sad I put that Dismember to the bottom a second ago, but I knew with the Gust in hand that even if John did have the 2-drop creature specifically that we'd be able to Gust it, so we're at least not in a spot where I'm like super scared. Let's see what the rest of this starts looking like for us though. I'll play this. I'm gonna take 1, play a Voidwalker, and pass.
Okay. Alright, I'll take a draw.
What is it, John? Could it be good?
Well, it's good enough to Gust last time. I don't know if this is something we want to play just yet, though, so we're going to play a Yavimaya Creative Growth.
I have Forests.
Congratulations on your Sultai deck.
Thank you.
And
I already had green mana, thank you.
we're just going to try to play an Enchantress's Presence.
Okay.
And pass the turn back.
Tap. Draw. I'll attack for 3.
I'll take 3.
Go ahead.
Alright. And I'll take a draw. Not ideal, but I think we do need to try to get the Gravy Chain rolling. We're going to try to cast the Cyclus. Trigger Enchantress's Presence. I guess we can tap like this now, because this is just a Savannah.
Yeah, it's just a duel. Do we want to do anything in response? Yeah, I'll take a pain. We're going to try to Gust this now.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Do we want to put that on top? Yeah, I think we still do. Huh. How many cards in there?
4.
4. Yeah, I think we still do want it, so
okay.
We'll draw it off the Cyclus trigger.
Yep.
Then we will play a tapped Temple Garden and pass it off.
Okay.
Might give Michael a Cyclus if he's willing to sacrifice his Voidwalker, but
We'll pay 5 life.
okay.
Just remember that. Attack for 3.
Alright, and for 3.
Go ahead.
Alright. Take a draw. Maybe worst possible, but that's the price you pay with lands like this. Alright, we'll play a 1-step chief.
Yeah.
And
You don't have to sack it at least.
not yet. We're gonna try to cast another Presence.
Well, it's the same one as before, right?
Yep.
I'll counterspell.
Alright. Go ahead.
So ready to have enchantments. I'll attack for 3.
Alright, down to top.
I'm gonna take 1, play Death Shadow.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, we'll go to 9.
Okay.
Boy, when they say you shouldn't look at the bottom, look at your cards. Two on thin ice and a Path of Exile on the bottom of my library.
Yeah. Well, hey, now they're not at the bottom. It's fine.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, well, we're presenting lethal, so we're just hoping that John doesn't I don't know, do something super crazy. No, you're good.
Alright, drop. Alright, well, I don't think this is super crazy. We're gonna sacrifice this draw card.
Okay.
I think we might have drawn this a little too late, but we'll try to play Assassin Champion.
Yeah.
Alright, did we play a land yet?
You have not.
Okay,
Nope.
we will play this land.
Okay.
Good.
Draw. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out if we win or not. Try to pay 5 to dismember it.
You win.
Yay!
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was just like your typical like fast clock backed up by counter magic. Same thing Legacy Delver has been doing for however long.
Yeah, a little unfortunate that we didn't find any of our removal spells, but 2 ley lines, like them's the breaks when you play the ley line strategy on the board.
Was that what you drew when you said worst possible?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not the ideal situation. But I mean, to be fair, like, had I had any cards in hand that blanked, like, it's worth a card already, right?
Right.
So that's tough.
Alright, well, after a good old clowning from the first 2 matches, ready for a bit of a competitive game 3.
Yeah, we're going to see how this goes.
We'll see you in the next match.
Yeah, so here we are with round number 3, or match number 3, I guess. Playing for everything, tied 1-1 in the series, and we've got definitely some interesting decks to play here. You want to talk about what you're doing over there, John?
I'm playing White-Black Evoke-Blade. It's the same kind of White-Black Solidarity Grief deck I played last week. After seeing the results for the last one, took out some of the Vanishing Verses for some more just Inquisition and Kozilek's. Like, a little boring, but just having some more discard spells seems good right now.
Agreed.
Do have some spice, though. I have 1 Poet's Quill, which is a black equipment from Strixhaven. Not particularly exciting, but good that it is a black card I can get with Stoneforge Mystic to turn on a turn 2 Grief if I don't have a black card. But also it has Learn, which lets me get more white or black cards for my sideboard to help fuel my my Evoke creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, so playing a cute little package. And I'm assuming that's taking the place of the Cauldron Complete from before. Is that what that's doing?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think, I mean, really they're both doing cutesy things, right? Like, one of them's like, okay, if my opponent never does anything ever, this card's very good. And the other one's like, well, maybe I'll get to pitch this to the rest of my strategy, and if not, it's not embarrassing. So, yeah, both doing cutesy things.
What you got going over there?
It's much less cute. I am playing Hollowvine. It is the new iteration of Burning Inquiry, if you want to put it that way. Pretty messed up deck. It has very, very explosive draws, but like any Burning Inquiry deck, you don't have a whole lot of agency. Like, you get to make sequencing decisions, and those matter. You don't get to necessarily always make card, like, I guess sequencing maybe isn't the right word, because sequencing is sometimes the things you don't get to do, right? But like,
You get to choose your opening hand.
yeah, but like what you cast sometimes matters. But what you're going to be able to cast sometimes is completely irrelevant. And sometimes it's nutty, sometimes it's not. So, yeah, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert in this archetype or this style of deck. Lily, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Probably going to mess this up. But, you know, with the nut draws, it's going to be hard for me to make a mistake. And it's going to be hard for John to win. And with all the other draws, it might be the exact opposite. So, yeah.
I think it's your turn to call.
No, I called the last one.
Okay. I will call Odd. Nice.
Finally got it, John.
Alright,
Good
I'll
job.
take the play. Good luck.
Good luck. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright, I'm gonna keep.
It is so tough to know what to keep and what not to, but against the super heavy grief deck, I'm just going to keep this, and we're going to see if this works.
Okay.
Alright, good.
We're gonna 18. We're gonna pitch the grief. Stack the triggers the cool way.
You pitched a Malakir Rebirth to grief?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a problem. Alright, well, John's going to take all of our cards.
Alright.
So the first one takes the Goblin Lore.
Yep. And then with the Folk Trigger on the stack, we'll Ephemerate.
Second one takes the Goblin Lore.
Alright. Comes back. Go ahead.
Alright, I will fetch and play a Flameblade Adept.
Alright.
And pass.
Alright, and then we will cast Ephemerate on our upkeep.
Yep. I will cast the Basking Root Waller.
Yeah.
Did it.
Alright, I'll take a draw.
Yep. Well, we were hoping that John didn't have exactly that, because if he didn't have the grief combo, having 2 Goblin Lores was a little bit of a positive for us.
Alright,
Can't even attack with your grief.
I mean,
like, you ephemerated it, so you can't.
yeah. Alright, go ahead.
Huh. Am I supposed to do this right now? I have absolutely no idea. Like, I drew an Insolent Neonate, but, like, am I supposed to just, like, start pitching through things? I have no clue.
I mean, maybe you attack first.
Well, the question is, do I want to pump this for any reason?
Right.
Probably not. Alright, I'll attack with these 2.
Alright, honestly, I think I might have to block the root wall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pump.
Yeah.
I'm at 18. I've fetched twice. Alright. Go ahead.
Alright.
Maybe I should be holding that for a Vengevine turn. It's tough to know.
Yeah.
I'm not really set up for that, so it's kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Combat.
Yep.
Bam.
Tick.
Play root wall.
Yep.
Go.
Alright, drop. Alright, play martial arts. Go ahead.
I think I want to crack and step here.
Yep.
I think there's stomping grounds in here, so you can, yeah. There's like 2 stomping grounds, so you can potentially cast a Vengevine, I think.
Nice.
Alright. This is not the explosiveness that I was talking about, but I did draw a Vengevine, so I'm going to take 3 here.
Yep.
I think there's another one. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, there is.
Okay.
Good. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to attack.
Alright, I'll take
So it's 4,
5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Alright, I'm at 9.
Man, this game's so easy when John does literal nothing.
And go to 8.
When John lets me cast a Root Waller for free and then does nothing for the rest of the game,
Yep.
Easy peasy. Alright, well, that being said, if John's follow-up is Lane Batterskull, we actually might just be dead. Like, I guess these things have menace, so, like, eh.
And you can only activate those once a turn?
Once, yep.
Alright. Well, I'll go to 7. I guess since Michael mentioned it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright. So... So if we attack 1, 2, 3, 4, and he trades with Vengevine, it's even, but we get the Batterskull out of the way, which I think is good for us.
Right.
If we attack and John puts it in front of the Root Walla, it's dealing 2 damage but killing the Root Walla.
And then it gets a crackback.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say, is then John gets to keep that. So I think we might just need to attack with the Menace creatures and make it so that if John wants to attack, he has to trade with the Vengevine and we don't give him the choice. I think that's our better line. So, that being said, I'm going to actually cycle this hollow one first so I can trigger this then. Alright, I'll attack for 3.
Yeah, I'll take big.
Oh, so John has a Solitude in hand, so that's super awful for us.
What? How can you tell?
That pause right there. Debating on if you wanted to do anything.
Well, you can't block. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What else could he possibly want to do? Yeah, I guess I'll pass.
I think I was just more like a little surprised that you didn't like send in the Vengevine too.
Well, if I send in the Vengevine, you get to just take it and then you can crack back.
That's true.
Actually, wait, no, that was lethal, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the end, like, this is the same board state, except I'm down, like, a key
Batterskull.
token. Yeah.
No, I think actually I do want to do that. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the fact that that would be lethal.
Okay, sure.
So John has to trade. So,
Yeah, sure.
because my Vengevine in the graveyard is fine. Yeah, so you're up 1 life then.
Yep.
Because you only took 3 here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, and I guess we'll pass it back.
Comment?
Yeah, sure. Alright, we will cast the Solitude.
Yep.
I guess we have to put on the we have to exile the menace creature that could get bigger.
Sure. So I'll gain 1.
Yep. Go to bluffs.
Sure.
Alright, I'll bluff here.
Yeah, I'll pump.
Alright, I'll gain 3.
Yep.
And take 1, go to 7.
Second man, I'll play another Jackal.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Alright, draw. I don't want to punish our sequencing here, but I guess we'll live with it. Go ahead.
Combat. 2. Got some more menace, so if John's got another Solitude.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to 5.
Alright, play another menace creature.
Yeah.
Go.
Alright, we're gonna crack Silent Clearing.
I know I had mentioned that this is a very explosive deck. What I actually meant was you play 1 mana 1/1s with menace, and you hope that gets there.
Well, so far it's looking like it is. Well, this isn't doing anything else now, so we're gonna bounce the Batter Skull back to our hand.
Yep. That's good news because that tells me that John doesn't have a land plus 2 mana creature to be able to play the creature and equip the Batter Skull to, because that could potentially be scary.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright. Alright, John. Feeling lucky.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a Burning Inquiry.
What does that do again?
We each draw and then discard 3 cards at random.
Okay, so I'm gonna respond to that.
Yeah. I do have another Solitude.
Yeah, we're gonna exile that.
I'll gain 1.
I don't know if we really wanna.
You want all 4 Solitudes in that build?
Yep.
Okay. I thought you were 4 Grief, 2 Solitude.
Nope, it's all 4.
Cool.
So it's draw 3, discard 3 at random.
Yep, for both of us.
Yeah.
And the law is you're not allowed to look at the cards.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Alright. Super fun stuff. Alright. I got 4 cards here.
I have 6.
I will roll.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll do 1 through 6.
Sure.
6, gone. Reroll on a 6. 3.
Yep.
And 6. 6. Come on. 1.
And a 1.
Okay.
Alright, so the hits were Give of Runes. The Batter Skull. That's a big game.
Yep.
And another Solitude.
Oof. Okay, getting through another one of those is big. Alright,
Alright.
Do you just want to roll 1 through 4 for the card that I keep, or do you want to just... Okay, cool, that works too. So, ditching these 3. Street Wraith and 2 lands. Yeah. I will then hardcast a Phoenix.
That's pretty good.
And attack for 5.
Alright,
Or 4, sorry.
we're gonna Ephemerate our Solitude.
It's also very good.
Alright, I'll come back, we'll exile this.
Yep.
We'll gain 2, go to 18.
And take 2.
Go to 3.
Yep. Go ahead.
Alright. Well, kind of awkward thing is we don't get an attack here if we want to do this Ephemerates, but we do, so...
Yep.
That.
I don't know if we're going to be able to beat 4 Swords to Plowshares. Considering they cost 1 mana. 0.
0. Okay.
Empty-handed.
We'll cast the Giver Runes.
Okay.
Actually, get to block. Go ahead.
Alright. I'm going to sacrifice this, pitching an Ox.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to recast the Ox.
Draw a card, right?
Draw 3 cards.
Well, you draw a card off the Neonate.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Draw a card here. Okay, then I'll play land and then cast the Ox.
Yeah.
Sorry. Forgot about that part.
No problem.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that trigger on the stack, I am going to crack this.
Mm-hmm.
Go here. Get a land. This will enter with a counter on it.
Yep.
I draw 3 cards.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay. I will cycle a Street Wraith.
Yep.
I will play a Flame Blade at it.
Okay.
Trigger Vengevine.
Mm-hmm.
I will Burning Inquiry.
Check. So, 1, 2.
2, 3. And we both have 4 this time, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, cool. hoping we don't rip John into the last Solitude. That would be pretty brutal here.
Yep.
All right.
Has it been on 4?
I think it's 3, right? Because
Yep.
you ephemerated it?
Yep.
All right. You can keep that one.
Great. Cool, Michael. I'll take a peek. Alright, you can have that one.
Okay.
Alright.
No. No. That's so much the opposite of what I wanted.
You did hit the last Solitude. Nice.
Alright. I'll go to combat.
Sure.
Attack for 4.
Alright, well, since it's lethal, we'll take the trade.
Okay. John gains 3.
3.
Good. Such a bummer.
Huh.
We not only pitched a hollow one, we kept a card in our hand we actively wanted to discard.
Oh. Well. Got a couple of reactive cards that aren't actually doing anything right now.
Do you want to grief me?
No. Yeah, I think this is the best play, even though it's not very good. I'm gonna Vindicate your Flyblade Adept.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Vengevine?
Yep.
Combat?
Yep.
Attacks.
Alright, well, look.
Take 5, go to 1. Go.
Alright, it's gonna have to be a good one. Yeah, too late.
Alright, well, that was a very weird game on both of our sides, because you did almost nothing for a long time, and so did I.
Yeah, that struck me as a lot of, like, Legacy, where there's, like, a very fast exchange of resources in the first, like, turn or two of the game, and that... Oh, no, I didn't win a game. There you go. And then it's just a lot of people drawing lands in the mid-game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Not how I expected this to go at all, but, I mean, I guess, yeah.
It's cool that the game went past turn 4.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that we got to, like, I don't know, to the point where I was hard casting Vengevines and it, like, was a real game was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, alright, well, with John on the play, we're going to see if we get griefed a bunch again. Maybe this time we'll just keep all cards that we want to discard and we'll just, like, dredge punk him. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll keep this.
This is not quite what we want, but I think it's a keep anyway.
Okay.
Alright, well, we don't want to get Burning Inquiry, so we're going to Grief Pitch Grief. After playing this as a land.
Okay, well, I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith in response.
Sure. Do you have the lands?
Oh, yeah, they're over here, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, well, we tried to get them, but we pitched into another good card, so...
Well, we're not going to be super excited. We're not going to make this any more exciting than it has to be.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let's play this tapped. Go ahead.
Okay. Sure. I should have drawn that a little sooner. Alright, we'll play Plains, we'll play Stoneforge Mystic. We will get a Batter Skull. Go ahead. Alright.
I'll cycle this. Oh, I've cycled twice, sorry.
Yep.
Okay. I will take 2 for the Stomping Ground, and I'm going to Goblin Lore. So I'm going to draw 4 cards.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll discard 3 at random.
Okay. There you go.
You found a Batter Skull, you said?
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, it might be tough to beat here. Alright. How many cards do I have in hand? Let's see here. 3, 6, 9.
No,
Oh, just all 3 of them?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure. Alright, so Phoenix and that. Oh, my lord.
Oh, no.
Go.
That doesn't sound good for me. Take a draw.
Oh, boy, okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll play March Flat. Go ahead.
Alright. Thank goodness we just drew a spell, because we have all lands in our hands.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
I was this close to like, oh man, do I have to...
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. We had 2 spells in our hand, plus the Goblin Lore.
Sure.
And then we were a little land heavy, but I wasn't expecting to draw all 3 lands and keep only lands, so that was almost very scary. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we have not played a land yet.
Alright, well, this worked last time.
Sure did. Vengevine, 2 lands. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I will play a land.
Check.
I will play a hollow one.
Check.
I will go to combat.
Uh-huh.
I will return the Flamewake Phoenix.
Check.
Attack for 2.
Yeah, take 2.
Go ahead.
Alright.
It's a lot better than the last one was, that's for
Alright,
sure.
Put a better skull on.
Okay. Still stuff to beat, but...
I guess we'll fetch 2.
Sure.
13.
I need to see how many fetchable lands I have here real quick.
Check.
Cool. Alright.
There you go.
Something I would know if it was my list, but because it's not, I just wanted to be extra double sure.
Alright, I'll take it out.
Yep.
Well, we have a couple of options. I think. That's interesting. Alright, I think I know what to do. Alright, we're gonna attack with Power Skull.
So I really do want to trade. I think I need to. Yeah, I'm going to trade before you just get to Solitude this for free.
Sure. Alright, I'll go 21.
Yep.
And we're gonna Hardcast a Grief.
You're going to hit a Flamewake Phoenix.
Alright. Go ahead.
I guess that's the punish. But I drew a Burning Inquiry, so...
So I draw 3?
Yep.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Well, we definitely are flooded here. We're going to hope that we get the right side of variance. And we don't keep all the lands, but it is a little scary. We are through most of the lands in our deck at this point.
Alright, 5 cards.
Gonzo.
Oof.
What do we hit? 2 Vindicates? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, get rid of these.
Okay, well, I'm glad to see 2 lands gone, but the hollow one is definitely disappointing. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. Do we have any lands left in our deck?
Hope not.
Wow. Question is if I want to just like hold this. So I have to attack for 2, so I'll just do that first.
Yep.
Go.
Alright.
Wow.
Alright. Grief's a good attacker, but we get 2 attacks if we put the Batter Skull in the Stoneforge, so that's what we're gonna do. And we'll attack for 8.
Yeah.
Alright, game 5. Go ahead. Did I take 1?
I will take 1 here.
Yep.
Go to 5. Yeah, I think we're probably done here. This is kind of what I was saying. There's not a whole lot of agency. You just kind of cast your spells and hope it works. And this is one of the games where it has not. So, yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's good. That is why I did this. So, I'm going to cast a Root Wallow.
Okay.
I'm going to cast a Flameblade Adept, triggering Vengevine.
Okay.
I'm going to go to combat.
Check.
I'm going to return this Flamewake Phoenix.
Okay.
I'm going to attack you for 4.
Alright, I'll take 4.
I'll play a mountain.
Yep.
And I will pass.
Alright, looking for a removal spell here, see if you can lock this up. Sure. That's not quite what I had in mind. Inquisition you. That is how this game's been going.
It's a good safety check.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send them both in.
He does have a Solitude. That
Yep.
is brutal. Alright, well, this has 6 here, right?
Yep.
Alright, well, I get absolutely wrenched over with a Solitude, but there's absolutely nothing I can do. Oops, sorry, like this.
This has menace.
Okay. I guess we'll just take it then. Like that.
Alright, we do have this all, dude.
Alright, why are you saying I'm looking for a removal spell? It's not what we wanted, and then you had the removal spell.
Well,
Why you
like,
gotta be like that?
we don't want to, like, have lethal and then not have lethal.
I mean, you had the whole game locked up with one Solitude.
Mm-hmm.
John just has to be that guy. If we weren't sitting here vocalizing things, he probably still, in a match, would have said something like, really was hoping for something different, and then make that same attack to try to bait someone into making that same block. But me knowing John, I knew he had it. There was just nothing we could do about it.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't make those blocks, I think we're losing the game regardless, because, like, even if we just chump, then he gets to Solitude us, and then we're kind of in the same spot. So,
Right.
Alright, we want to go to boards?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Alright, well, we will see you in the board games. Alright, well, here we are for sideboard games. Really just looking to kind of mitigate the hate that John's going to have, as well as answer the artifacts that are already in his deck. So Destructive Revelry is great. Blood Moon, he does play basics, so in these post-board games, after he sees Blood Moon, I might take it out, because then he's going to very aggressively fetch for one singular basic of each kind. And really his deck can operate on one colored mana symbol for basically everything, because anything that's double mana, he can just like force pitch to something if he has to. So it seems like a good card to bring in once in a board game, but once they've seen it, I might potentially trim it and just bring back in like Cathartics to be a little bit more quick on the draw or something like that. But just taking out some of the slow pieces, and Street Wraith is just kind of a middle filler card, so those were the cards I chose to cut.
Alright. Mine's a little, not complicated, just very low confidence that this is correct. We definitely want to bring in these 5 cards. As far as what we're taking out, I think on the draw, the Inquisitions aren't going to quite do it. Vindicate's a little slow, and there's a world where there should be 2 Vindicates. A lot of the things that Michael's destroying are just going to come back at some point. In fact, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave the Quill in. We're going to take out a second Vindicate, and then just hope that the 2 Vindicates that are left and our Solitudes can show up as timely as they have been so far.
Yeah. Seems pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, John has quite a few hate pieces there. I think actually what's probably going to happen is if we get Containment Priest, I will bring in the Bolts over the Blood Moons, I think is what's going to end up happening. So both of us are kind of in a spot where, like, when the other person sees a sideboard card, we might then adjust sideboard cards based on what we've seen. But regardless, the Destructive Reveries are great, because basically most pieces of hate that he's going to have are going to be artifacts and enchantments, and we already know he's a Stoneforge deck, so it's already got some value there as is.
When you're in tournament, do you do the thing where, like, you shuffle in your whole sideboard and then you take out 15 cards?
No.
Okay.
And for me, that just has a lot to do with, like, it's just tedious. It just takes quite a bit of time, and I'm just not super interested in that.
Yeah. Well, we need drowning lands, so we're going to have to show up.
This hand is 1 card away from being very, very good, but I think it's on the lower end of keepables as a 7, and this is better than most 6s, I think. So because of that, I will go ahead and keep. Yeah, I mean, technically it's correct. I mean, you never really want your opponent to know how many cards you're boarding in, and sometimes it can influence them if, like, you're sitting there with, like, 10 cards you're bringing in. That can influence what they might be doing.
Sure.
But, yeah, it's just not my largest concern.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think we're going to pitch one of these.
Okay.
And go ahead.
All right, I'm going to Fetch Shock and play a Neonate.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Draw. Not a bad 2. Play Godless Shrine. Go ahead.
Ooh, our first game not getting griefed? This is glorious. Alright, alright, well this, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna Burning Inquiry.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Alright, we're gonna hope that we pitch the Solitude that John was contemplating there for a second. And maybe we'll get fortunate.
Alright.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one, that one, and this one looked at me funny.
Alright, we will continue to take from the left.
Alright. One of the cards we wanted pitched. One of the cards we definitely did not want pitched.
Nice hits. You did get the Solitude.
Did it! Now we just have to find out if he has more. Alright.
I do.
course. Okay, well, we will cast this hollow one.
Check.
We will go to combat.
Yep.
Return this flame make.
Yep.
Okay. I will attack for 3.
Alright, 3.
And I will pass.
Drop. Alright, not quite what we're looking for. Well, Inquisition.
Yeah, do you want to take this root walla?
What are my other options?
The neonate.
I like the neonate, please.
Okay, fine.
Alright, we'll play Giver Runes.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Seems good. Combat.
Yep, no blocks.
Okay. 6, 7.
Yep.
And then I think we are going to go land. Yeah, okay. I will discard this, cast this.
Yep.
Draw a card. That's a bummer. And then I'll pay 3 for a hollow one.
Nice.
Good.
Draw. A little late, but what are you going to do? Alright, we will play Plains and pass back.
Okay. I will pay 2 life, cycle Street Wraith.
Yep.
I'll play a Flame X Phoenix.
Yep.
Combat. I'm going to attack with everything except for the Root Walla because John probably has a Containment Priest that he is holding up here.
How do you do this?
Well, because you said a little too late, and that card is the perfect a little too late.
Yeah.
You also just didn't tap mana, so I have to be thinking about, like, what is
sure.
it that you have?
Alright, we're going to block both of your hollow ones. We're going to give this protection from colorless, and then we're going to ephemerate the Giver
sure.
Runes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So take 4.
Alright, hand.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work the way
That does
yeah.
not work the way you thought it would.
Huh.
Alright, well, we can't do that then.
Alright. I don't know if we can really take 8 either. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Alright,
Alright.
take it. Alright.
Good. Well, that's something.
Yep. Drop.
That reminds me of when we were playing Reanimator the other day, and I
Uh-huh.
couldn't activate my priest because I had a Platinum Empyrean in play.
Yep. Huh. Yep, we're dead.
Yep. Like I said, this was one of its more explosive starts. It wasn't
Yeah.
quite like, 10 power on turn 2, but that was my turn 4,
Uh-huh.
and I was attacking with 12 power, something like that?
Yeah,
4, 8, 10, 12? Yeah, so pretty explosive.
Also, my cards keep attacking my cards. I drew a Solitude that I also cannot ephemerate.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not great. That's funny. I mean, but those are the situations where, like, even though it may present some number of nombos, like,
Uh-huh.
I think it's still worth it, right?
Right.
I think I am going to bring in some number of bolts here just because I did see a Containment Priest there.
Okay.
I don't think I want to bring in all 4 of them, so I think I'm actually just going to swap out the Blood Moons.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to go 1 Revelry.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see anything yet, so if I were boarding this like I was in a tournament, I would be boarding much more blind than I am currently.
Uh-huh.
So I would do that, and honestly, maybe it's just a Vengevine.
Maybe.
Like,
This is the thing that gets tagged the most.
maybe it's an Ox. Ox gets tagged really hard too. I can't really do anything with Ox.
Right.
I'm gonna tag an Ox.
Okay.
Because this card's really, really bad against... Like, getting to 5 mana is a lot more than getting to 4 mana.
Mm.
And so, against a potential Containment Priest... Because that's the card I'm now boarding for, is Containment Priest, now that I've seen it.
Sure.
I think that seems better. And then once, if this game happens and I see Rip, I'll definitely bring that back in and probably just trim either a Vengevine or one of the other Oxes, so I'm not super cold against those cards.
Okay. Alright, good luck.
You 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Yeah, kind of a shaker, but I think we're supposed to.
Alright.
Alright, Grief, Pitch Vindicate.
You about to tell me you kept a bad hand and then double grief me, John?
Yeah. It's not very good against you in particular.
It is very good right now, though.
Alright, yeah. We'll hit the Burning Inquiry and then we'll Malachir Rebirth. 2-2.
I don't know why I listened to John.
Sometimes I wonder. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go.
Oh, okay. 3.
Yep.
A little embarrassing, but I think we have to tag the destructive rivalry. Good.
Go. John's about to him and haw and tell me how bad his hand is, and then double Thoughtseize me into Leyline me. Or, rest in peace me.
Good.
Alright. He's gonna be nice. He's not gonna cast it this turn. I appreciate it.
It's not very good TV.
Alright, I'll cycle this.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Gosh, that's gonna be so brutal, but I'm forced to.
Yep.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was definitely getting ephemerated. Alright,
Yep.
John will take 2. Go.
Yep.
I mean, I'm still not in good shape, but I thought I was, like, dead.
Alright, attack.
Yep.
Alright, now cast the root. Alright, place one. Good.
Alright.
Yep, take 2.
Yep. Go. This hand's not good, and it's definitely not good against you.
Yeah, it's not. Top of the deck has been very hot.
John, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, lesson learned. Do not ever listen to what John says. He is just going to lie to your face. When he says his hand is not good against you, what he actually means is if he could tutor 7 cards to his hand, he has all of them. That is what he is saying. Alright, well, I'm going to bring the Revelry back in. And I think, like I said, I'm just going to get one of these Vengevines out of here. Maybe I'm just going to get the other Ox out of here. Like, I think it just holds true as to what I was saying before, which is that Vengevine is slightly more castable, and is also just a better card when you do hard cast it. So because of that, there's another Ox, right? Yeah, I just missed it.
And I think it's way better on the play. Like, you're going to have turns where, like, you might be able to sneak it out turn 2. And, like, that matters. That, like, I think the best way to, like, make Rest in Peace bad is to, like, do your thing before Rest in Peace comes down. So
it's really hard to do through double Thoughtseize, though, right?
I mean, sure. Like, we're both, like, butting up against each other's, like, kind of like nut draws. But, like, I think you have more setups to yours in your deck than I do.
You've had double Thoughtseize every game but one.
Okay, so.
So it's pretty tough to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that yours requires only 2 cards. Mine requires a lot. You've been very fortunate to always have those 2 cards. But, like, mine requires a Burning Inquiry and, like, reasonable cards to discard and reasonable cards still left over in hand.
Yeah, but you get more draws at it, right? I basically, like, it has to be in my opener.
Yeah, but it's also random. And mine has to be in my opener, too, right?
Sure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm going to keep this, and it's going to be really, really unfortunate when exactly what I think is going to happen, which is that these 2 cards are going to get pitched. But, you know, you do it. You play this deck to cast Burning Inquiry on 1, and hope.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do.
There's 1 card in my hand I really hope Michael hits. But we'll see.
Card you want hit?
Yeah. Just because I don't think I'm going to have an opportunity to cast that.
Oh, okay. I was like, interesting. I thought you were going to say 1 card I hope he doesn't hit, because I'm sure that there's at least one that is very good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go the top of each of these. Are all gone.
Okay. Continue to take from the left.
Alright.
Alright. That's not good.
What did I hit?
2 lands. Give it runes.
Go.
Alright. Well,
It's going to be so brutal.
good.
Goodness, do we even do this yet? Like, I don't know if I'm just supposed to be firing these things off, or if there's a reason in this deck to potentially be holding these. Alright. I will fetch Shock, go to 15.
Yep.
It's a little scary, but I'm about to cast another Burning Inquiry, and really what it comes down to is there's only 2 Stomping Grounds in the deck, and so I just really want to make sure I get this second one in case I have the exact fail case of Burning Inquiry, draw, and pitch the other Stomping Ground, and then I'm never in a spot where I can hard cast a Vengevine, which could be maybe rough.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to try it. 2, 3... And the really rough part here is I was debating sandbagging this in case John rips us next turn, because we are churning in through a ton of cards. But I think we're at a point now where we've already got 2 Vengevines in the yard, and we kind of need to just hit like 1 drop plus Root Walla here to feel comfortable. So I'm going to go top, bottom, top.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just continue to take from the left.
It's worked so far. Bolt, Bolt, Vengevine.
Alright, Ephemerate, Containment Priest, Sword of Fire and Ice.
Well, that was my hand before, so now I want to know what's here. That's so brutal. Go.
Jump. Alright, 18. Rip.
Yeah, we're dead.
Okay.
Yep. It's that simple. We've gone through all of our Vengevines now, because we boarded one out. And these cards do nothing, so I'm going to attack for 2.
Yep.
Go ahead. And John has a Solitude, so he's just going to blow us out. Man. Well, I felt like we had a very solid chance at having a good hand here. Goblin Lore.
Sure.
Alright, I'm going to Goblin Lore just to see if I can get my hand better.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll see if we can just draw a whole bunch of hollow ones, maybe? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3 from the left.
2 Burning Inquiries in a land.
To get better. Okay.
Go. See, this is why I can't play a deck like this, because when you just get unfortunate, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
And I just can't handle that. That's so brutal to me. Oh my gosh. Alright, combat.
Yep.
2.
2.
Oh, he's going to get to hardcast this Solitude, and that is going to be real upsetting. So, I think what I'm going to have to do is force him to Ephemerate here instead of on the Solitude.
Yeah, sure. Alright.
Okay, there's nothing here.
Alright. There you go.
Well, you take this again.
Stay back.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
I'll play land, and then I'll pass.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Do it again.
Yep.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Type.
Yep. No, you Ephemerated it.
Right, that's correct. Yeah, I guess we just need to get on the battlefield now, so we'll fetch.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be very embarrassing when you took both my swamps. Okay. Alright. We'll go to 11 and cast a Grieve.
Yep.
Go ahead.
2.
Oh, down to 9.
Hollow 1.
Yep.
Go.
Alright. Draw.
John's really bummed. Oh, I was going to say that he doesn't have his 5th land for the Solitude.
Mm-hmm. die? No. Okay. Yeah, we'll fetch.
I don't have a fireball in my deck. Although right now, actual fireball would be kind of sick.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go to 7. We'll cast the Solitude.
Yep.
Michael will gain 4, and we will immediately take it away.
Yep.
Go ahead.
2.
Hit down 6. Yep.
Go. These random style effects can be really tough sometimes because I think when you're playing a deck like this, you kind of just have to be suited up to mentally check out from what's going to end up happening. And the only reason I say that is because not only do you run into situations where like you run poorly, but like as you can see here, we also drew John into like the nuts. So when both of those, really, it's better than Batter School. Got it. Yeah, like I said, we drew John into the nuts, where he had his best piece of hate, his best piece of removal, and a little bit of disruption along the way. So, yeah, this is going to be one of those ones that we're just going to chalk up to, like, had we found, what do we got here? 6, 8?
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8. Had we found any of our 1-mana things, we would have been able to recur 3 Vengevines on the second turn. So, yeah, not too much to say about that.
Go ahead.
Sick. We just dead. Or we get 2 blocks. But because this gives +1/+1, we still die?
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, we are dead. Cool. Yeah, we were just trying to find a second 1-drop creature with all of those early cards to get those back, and we could not find one.
Now, I'm realizing something about like this deck now.
Yeah.
It kind of plays a lot into what's like good in Modern, where you try to capitalize on synergies, and then it's okay to like sink a lot of resources into something early and then like peel off the top of the deck, because there's aren't a lot of instances where I'm going to draw something I can't cast in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I was just going to say yes, it is, because it plays a bunch of free spells.
That's it.
And that is what is good in Modern.
Yeah.
And also hand disruption is good, and when you get to do 2 of them on turn 1, it is very good.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, a little bit of a bummer that we didn't really ever get to do what this deck does. We got to do it slowly, I guess,
Yeah.
in game 4? Game 3?
Game 3, I think.
Yeah. One of the slightly previous games. So we got to
Yeah.
do it a little bit slowly, but didn't get to showcase its explosive nature. I thought that last game looked like we were set up to potentially do that. So, yeah, I mean, don't take this deck as a joke. I think that it is very solid as far as things are concerned for... oops, there's my other cards. For the Modern format, I think this deck shows up a lot, and it's transforming a little bit into a black-green food deck that actually we're going to have Lillian on in the next couple of days, showcasing that one. Mm-hmm. But this, as a general format that has now shifted slightly, still feels very powerful, very aggressive, pretty strong overall, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think the nice thing about a car that drives itself is, yeah, you get to sit back, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes you Burning Inquiry and just hit like 2 or 3 hollow ones and like you just get it for free.
Yeah, cannot wait for the rampant accusations of cheating of people who play learn cards. They board in 5 sideboard cards. And they end up with 6.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just like the companions that people were shuffling in all the time, right? Like,
Right.
takes a little while, but especially now that we're just getting back to paper play, like.
All right. If you see something that happens, be kind to your opponent. They haven't seen you in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless their name is, I don't know.
Michael Greenberg and
I was gonna say John Baker, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
play in your friend's basement for a while. Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it. Expect another episode pretty early this week. It's going to be a twofer while Michael's got some good news.
Yeah, I get to play Magic this week. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, there was a ring involved. Very unfortunately, that it was not for me.
Yeah, I decided to take a ring and give it to someone other than John, and now I get to do the fun part of actually getting married. So I will be out of commission on the page for a little while, but fortunately, the best people involved in Collective Effort are not getting married and will be around.
I'm already married, so.
Yeah, not currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a good time. Look forward to more Moto Leagues of really just what people are going to enjoy themselves, but also if we have any suggestions. So, for instance, John will probably play some various forms of white creature-based decks, or potentially that 5-color deck that he displayed today. Lillian has a bunch of cool graveyard synergies, and those types of things might be on display, but who knows? I mean, it's early on in MH2 brewing, really. I mean, the set's not even out yet,
Yeah.
right? Like, and we're sitting here with how many decks we played now?
Like at least 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, like 10 unique decks, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, quite a few different decks. So if you have anything that you see that's really cool, find something on Twitter. Feel free to tag us at CollectiveFO2 on Twitter. And, yeah, well, feel free to take a look at that, and maybe you can find yourself on one of our episodes. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
You for all other 25 of our followers. Woohoo!
Are we at 25?
I don't know where we're at.
Alright, can everybody do me a favor and just spam comment in this video 25 Q&A? Really trying to push for an early Q&A episode with all the creators here.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some fun ideas for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this has been a long run at the end, but thank you for watching. And anything else to top it off with here quick?
Nope, just have a good time on Horizons 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see you next time.